Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on a couple different sites. First one is going to be Carbon Poker, and it's not only Carbon Poker, it's also Carbon Sports in the casino. The reason why I like this site a lot is because the software is pretty good and their payouts are really quick. They're not as quick as Bovada usually. These cash outs take, I'd want to say, 10 to 14 days. However, you still get one free cash out. I guess they changed it to once a calendar year. So anything more than once a calendar year, they take 3%. So for example, if you have $1,000 check, they will take $30 out. And that's for but like I said, you get one free one a year. That's the only downside. Um, as you can see, I have a cash out for $402. That I cashed it out on January 16th. It's a week later. It's still pending, but like I said, I expect that to kind of move in the next few days. They have sports betting. They got casino games. They got horse track. And then they have all the lines here. And on my other video on this site, I went into my betting system for sports betting, how to calculate the percentages when it says, like, for example, Cleveland tonight against the Hornets, they're negative 650. So what that says is the edge, basically what they're saying based on this line is that, I'm doing the math right now on my calculator, it's saying that Cleveland has an 86.6667% chance to win based on the odds of negative 650. What you do is you just do 650 divided by 650 plus 100, or 650 divided by 750 to give the percentage of what the implied odds of them winning are. So yeah, that's kind of like a betting system I've kind of came up with, where you always bet on the favorite, and then you would incorporate Kelly criterion for your sports betting sizes. Again, that's just a system that I use, and I make no promises that it works. Again, the house edge is always about 9% in a sports book. For every $11 you wager, you expect 10 in the long run. So, you just got to be aware of that fact. So, again, going back to Carbon, it's a really good site. They have sports book, they got poker. Depends on what you're into, but I would say the poker, it really depends on what your edge is. I only play games where I have an edge. I don't really do a whole lot of sports betting, but when I do, I use my Kelly Criterion sports betting system, and I went into that in my other video. If you Google on this channel. Sorry, that's my phone going off. But so this is Carbon Sports, Carbon Poker, etc. And this is what the poker looks like. As you can see, I really like the software on this site. It's just nice, just looks pretty. This is the Pot Limit Omaha. It looks like these guys are going crazy. Man, that's pretty crazy. He's got to have a queen. Oh wow, that's pretty sick. Pretty sick. So anyway, whenever I see a game like this, it makes me want to get in it. So yeah, these are the games. I mean, it's pretty, it's pleasant to the eye, and a lot of these guys on here aren't that good. And then here's Bovada. This is probably, a lot of professional poker players and stuff. This is probably their favorite site right now, especially as a U.S. player. Due to the fact that a lot of the sports bettors dabble in the poker, so therefore the poker is pretty lucrative, because a lot of the people don't know what they're doing. And, they have, again, the software is not as friendly looking. It's kind of more, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of how it looks. But again, the site pays out so quick. They always pay on time so quick. It's like 2 days. I've gotten it in literally 2 days when I request it. Like FedEx knocks on my door. I just have to sign for the check, and it's there within a couple days. The longest it's ever taken was right around the start of football season, when probably a lot of checks were requested. So that took like 10 days. But generally, it's, I want to say, between 2 to 7 days to receive a check once you request it. They give you one free check a month. So Carbon, they changed their policy to one free cash out a year. This site gives you 1 free cash out every month, and the maximum check amount's 3,000. The minimum's $50, and then basically you can just make a lot of money off this site if you stick to a good niche. They got tournaments that run. There's varying buy-ins. So if you want to play for low stakes, you can start off low and build something like there's $4 beginner tournament. And so I would say that this site, going into 2015, it's a really good site due to the fact that, like I said, it's anonymous. I forgot to mention that little small fact. As you can see, they're just player numbers. Nobody actually has a screen name, which makes it impossible to use a HUD, or it's like a heads-up display basically that gives a really good player an advantage because they can see, on different sites you can use a HUD, and so they can see how many hands you're playing, how often you continuation bet, how often you're putting money in the pot, so they know they have a game plan, a strategy to counter what you're doing, and they can exploit you. But on this site, it's anonymous. This really cuts down on bum hunting, or like a professional player or a really good poker player like kind of sitting and just waiting to play only fish. This kind of forces the randomness of it, and it really just helps like the casual player. So that's really what is good for poker ecology. It's good for a site to focus on its recreational players, and that's what this site does very well. So I would recommend this site highly. I've posted a link beneath the video like I do in all my videos, one to this site, one to Carbon, and then I have these other sites. I'm trying to find America's Card Room. This is one more site that it's good for tournaments. I would say that the player traffic isn't that great. Cash outs are really quick on America's Card Room. And if we can get this thing going, I'll show you what this site is. But basically, it's really it's just really slow. That's the only downside to it. So let me log in here, and then you can see if I can show a tournament going or something. So you can kind of just see the game face, like what it looks like. It's kind of a little bit more friendly, the software, and I recommend this site just because of the fact that if you want to get paid fast, again, this is a really quick site to get paid. And you can have like a debit card that's, they reload. You can get a check in the mail. There's just a lot of different options for this site, and they always pay within I'd say about a week. The only downside is, again, the traffic. So the traffic is a little bit slower on this site. For like sit and goes and stuff. Cash games are decent, and so the tournaments at night. They also have leaderboards like the Beast, and they have this thing called the Cage. So they always run some pretty good promotions. But again, these are all the different sites that I play on. So going back, Bovada is probably my number one, followed by a very close second, Carbon number 2. Then America's Card Room, number 3. So all those links are beneath the video, but that's all I got.